Hey everyone, it's me, Kim, again with my third video. If you haven't already, if you could please check out my recent videos that I've posted. These videos are stories I would like to share, hoping that I could help inspire or motivate others and to understand the things that situations, issues, problems that we all go through, and finding ways to help ourselves. Um, Today, I am going to talk about addiction. For myself, is alcohol. And I found that there's a pattern with my videos that I relate with my past. So I will try to briefly talk about my past. Um, when I was a kid, I was this tiny, scrawny little thing. That had glasses and not the greatest smile. So I I wouldn't talk a whole lot because my self-esteem was extremely low. And as a kid, uh, because I didn't speak so much, and when someone tried to speak to me and I responded back, they were like, "We can't hear you. Can you speak up? Can you say that again?" And stuff like that. And my voice was so soft. It's just because I didn't speak as much. Um, I was just so unsure about myself. And when I was a preteen, and this is, I would say, between 12 and 13. Um, Now that was middle school, so that was probably even worse because I was still the scrawny kid, um, and wore glasses. And just so insecure about myself. It was just so bad. And I didn't I had friends, but in some sense I didn't. I went home, I just went in the room alone and just had suicidal thoughts because I felt there's no point of me. I mean, there's reasons behind that, but I'll do that in another video because they are a bit extreme. Of reasons why I feel or felt when I was about 13, of why I wanted to just be done. I mean, I was at a point where I was at the top of the stairs and had a handful of pills and so ready to just take that and just throw myself down the stairs. I did write a story about it in middle school, and it was called Home Sweet Hell, but we'll talk about that later too. Um, so then I became a teenager, towards adulthood, and I've gotten contacts and stuff like that, and I gained a little weight, but still, I mean, that low self-esteem still lingered. Uh, then when I got into my 20s and stuff like that, and then I got braces, and I was a little more confident. The industry that I got myself into, I had no choice but to be confident. Um, I did start smiling more. I think it's because, or I thought it started off because I was drinking, and so I was more bubbly. I mean, we all kind of let loose more when we drink, and so I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was, being this bubbly type person that I've never been before, and becoming really loud and just fun to be around. It's just what I enjoyed a whole lot. And because I enjoyed it so much that I kept doing more and more of it. Um, I did get to a point where it affected my health. I've went to the hospital probably a good handful of times. The first time, I thought I learned my lesson, and I literally dumped all of my alcohol, my wine, my liquor, my beer. It's just whatever I had, I just dumped it all. And so the longest I probably went out without alcohol was a month. And I was like, you know what? I'm good now. I mean, I cleared up my my system, and I could do it all over again. So I end up going back to the hospital, and the most recent time I went back to the hospital, they told me that I had extremely low blood pressure, and I was extremely dehydrated. It was pretty bad. I was scared. It was scary because even though I spoke about in my other video about suicidal thoughts and stuff like that, I mean, in some sense, even though I get that depressed, but then again, I don't want to. I don't. I don't want to. Die. I want to live because there's so much I could live for. I am living for. Uh, but it's a battle for us. I mean, it's something back and forth that I'm fighting with right now. But when I went to the hospital, so I was like, okay, all right, so I need to be done. I need to just stop completely. Just it doesn't matter what it is. I can't, no wine, nothing with any kind of alcohol. Just I'm done. And this addiction is just like it's so strong. It's it's something so hard to get over and let go. And you know, it's really nice when you have people that are wanting to be there for you, because there's so many times that it gets extremely lonely and you feel like, what's the point? I mean, no one understands what you go through and why you go through it. I mean, like that other video, I feel like it it helps me cope. But there's so many times that it just made it so much more worse, or to a point where I just want to just be done and not live anymore because of the pain. I mean, there's times where I've let what I buried in, I let it out after I was drinking, and I've literally punched the walls. I screamed and I've yelled out about my dad of why'd you leave me, and that's what I'm angered about. These these videos are tough, and I have to say that um, when I was in college, I failed public speaking twice because my insecurity and my self esteem was all the crap. And oddly, or maybe it's because I just built some type of confidence and hoping. I think it's more as like I want to help, and I kind of just do. I'm just letting go of if I'm going to be embarrassed, or if this video is just going to just be a joke. But I don't care. I'm at a point where if I don't let go, and then I'm just going to hold on to something that will keep me from wanting to do more for people. So my mind is like everywhere. There's a few people that know how much my mind is everywhere. I know y'all probably noticed that I do a lot of like little giggles and smiles and stuff like that, but sometimes those are to either just hide what I'm really feeling, or I think someone had told me that laughing is like breathing, and when you smile and laugh, I am breathing, and it's that feeling. I don't know. I don't make any sense sometimes. I'm sorry. Um, but when you want to help people And I try to do this as often as I can, as much as it does hurt and I am depressed or I am sad. But when I laugh and be silly and sing off key, it makes other people laugh and smile. It makes other people feel good and feel better. And that's what I want to do. I don't know if I made any sense in this video this time, but I do apologize. But it was supposed to about blah blah. It was supposed to be about addiction. And obviously this is not script, so again, I'm sorry. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will get a little better at doing these videos. And thank you for watching. Thanks, guys.